Defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
All right, why can't I
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Oakland!
That was fantastic. Oh, had one like that in the last one, too.
They'll run. This is Melvin.
Oh, good block.
And he's brought down.
He off that edge, boys.
A scheme change makes for Melvin Gordon, because his rookie year, he was running without a fullback, a lead guy such as he had at Wisconsin. So he went ahead and drafted a Wisconsin guy, Derek Watt, and he's leading him now. Melvin Gordon over 100 yards in week 2.
Yep, his first 100-yard game of his career, 102 and a touchdown.
Oh, you ass. How did you see that?
To the 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlight at wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dies right there, and then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
On second down, here's Carr. He's got time in the pocket.
Oh, that was retarded.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. The Chargers getting set for their turn again on offense, and a big storyline out of week 2. Poor Danny Woodhead. Had such a great NFL career, but torn ACL, done for the season. Now, what does that do to San Diego offensively?
Boy, it hurts him in a big way, because replacing Danny Woodhead is difficult because of everything he brings to the table, especially as a third down back. And remember, they lost Brandon Oliver in preseason with a torn Achilles, and Keenan Allen in game 1. So this is really difficult for the Chargers and head coach Mike McCoy. How are they going to fashion that type of offense? Maybe Melvin Gordon becomes more of a 3-down back.
Rivers now on second down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Gordon, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. A gain of 3, second down. This offensive unit, often they rely on the sure-handed Antonio Gates.
We know all about his basketball background, but his football acumen, one of the best tight ends in the league.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They come up in an offset eye. Rivers now from the 50.
Oh, my God.
Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver. And they're going to face a third down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings
good D.
Down.
Huh? Fun and risky, huh?
Here's Drew Kaiser now. Travis Carey back deep for the Raiders. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not.
The one guy that I could have gotten the ball to is completely covered.
Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
All right.
I've always loved Brandon Meebane. From the time I
do
watched
it right.
him play in college through many, many productive years in the NFL, one of the best defensive tackles in the game.
No.
He gets this one to Michael Crabtree.
Michael Crabtree.
Pick up and it moves the chain.
That's not real.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On first down, Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Murray the lone setback. Here's Carr to throw, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Two yards to go here on 3rd down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now Carr.
Oh, boy, did I get...
Incomplete. The big tight end Clyde
Boy, did I
Wolford
get
head
lucky
to the
on that.
target. And it'll be
Oh
4th
my
down.
God.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one.
All right,
was
now
There
get
we
the
go.
They
boobies
chose to
here.
try and get it through the air.
You gotta get a lot of
but they were
power on
unsuccessful.
this one. You get that power meter up.
I did.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will make it 10-0.
Oh, you're lucky. That's only 3.
So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football
I don't
right
see how
at
you're
the
supposed to do
20-yard
good
line.
kick this
So
time.
out come the Chargers. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They
I
held
think
them
they
to
get
3,
2 or
but this
3
offense, they've got to
decent
be a little
ones.
bit better, a little bit more careful.
And they ran an onside
And
back.
sometimes when you see these
that.
calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not
Yeah.
necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my
Oh,
offense.
yeah.
Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
You
happened
think
there.
that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. To throw, Rivers. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. A very solid gain of 27. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They come up in an offset eye.
Come on, Phil.
2nd down, Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss.
Coming, Rivers, coming.
Now Rivers. And no
Oh,
way.
no.
Rivers is dropped. Khalil Mack in there to pick
Oh,
up his
no.
2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Ooh, boy.
Now carry. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And
All right,
it'll be
that's
3rd
all
and
we're
10
doing
now.
now.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let it hit him.
Oh, boy.
It's intercepted, picked off by Jason Verrett, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's not fucking
Defense in a good
30
spot.
to
Let's see how
nothing.
the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates.
I can't believe that other guy
He's
was
able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 11 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout.
What to do.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on
Way to
3rd
win,
down.
yeah.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And
You
get this
piece
up
of
only
shit.
to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On the sneak, Rivers. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the 1st down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Rivers to throw this time. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Feel good about yourself?
I feel bad. I feel bad for Rivers.
Rivers now on 2nd.